Now that you've installed Java by installing the JDK and the JRE, now it's time to install Eclipse. Eclipse is an IDE, an integrated development environment. In other words, it's a one-stop shop-all location where you can create Java programs, compile Java programs, and test Java programs. To install Eclipse, go out to our course website and look for the Installing Eclipse link. There's two different ways to do this. One is by actually going to the Eclipse website, where there will be a plethora of versions that you can download. This can be somewhat confusing, especially for a first-time Java programmer. However, an easier way is by going to this web link, developer.android.com, and installing Eclipse and Android together through one setup file. Clicking on that link takes us to the developer.android.com website. This is where we can actually download and install Eclipse with Android through one file. By downloading this file, we get Eclipse and the Android plugin, the SDK tools, which is software development kit, Android platform tools, and other products to help you create and test Android products. In fact, it also includes an emulator, which allows you to test Android smartphone apps without having a smartphone. Click on Download the SDK to download this file. You will be prompted to agree to the terms and conditions and then choose whichever version of the operating system you have. If you need a refresher on choosing which operating system, you can go look at the other video called Installing Java. Make sure you install the same operating system, whether it's 32-bit or 64-bit. In our last sample, I was running Windows 7 Enterprise, which was a 64-bit operating system. I will go ahead and choose 64-bit and then click on Download the SDK ADT bundle for Windows. It will take a little bit of time to download this file. Just be patient, and after it downloads, you can continue the setup. Once the file downloads, double-click on the file. You should see an Eclipse folder, an SDK folder, and an SDK Manager.exe application. Now go to the developer.android.com/sdk/installing/bundle.html website. This will provide you the necessary steps for installing the software. The first step is to unzip the file. We did that by double-clicking on the folder to look at it. Then we'll copy those folders to another folder on our hard drive, such as Development in the home directory. Copy the files from the zipped folder you downloaded to a directory on your hard drive. I'm going to copy these files to a folder called Development on my hard drive. Once you have copied the files over to your new directory, all you need to do now is go to that directory, go to the Eclipse directory, and double-click on the Eclipse exe. If this window pops up, simply make sure that you click on the Run button. If you see that window, the Android Developer Tools, you'll know that you've installed Eclipse correctly with the Android product. The Select a Workspace simply says, where do you want to store all the Java projects you're going to create? I usually just leave this as a default. Once Eclipse opens up, you'll see a screen like this. If you'd like to go ahead and get into Android right now, you can click on some of these buttons. However, if you just want to get your Java homework done and we'll worry about Android later, click the X to close that window, and this is the Java Eclipse environment. This is where you can now create Java projects, add Java classes, test, debug, and run your programs. That'll be in the next video.